Welcome to Quick Rip. Big B here with ya. Hope you're doing well out there, fight fans. We had BKFC 43 go down Friday, May 19th. It's an absolutely stellar show as usual. Now, the squared circle landed in Omaha, Nebraska. And, we had some pretty good action throughout the evening. We're going to start with the main event and work our way down from there. Main event, we saw Houston Alexander. Yes, the 51-year-old Houston Alexander. He was taking on Jeremy Smith. That was a cruiserweight main event bout. And I tell you, folks, what an opening round from the two. Absolutely fucking stellar shit. Alexander was obviously looking to finish early, as he always does. Now, Smith was able to stay standing somehow. I don't know. Honestly, don't know how he stayed standing because there's not too many humans on this earth that could take those shots from the assassin and still march forward. Somehow, Jeremy Smith was able to. Now, the speed of Alexander was on full display, especially in the earlier rounds. The speed advantage for Houston was tremendous. Jeremy Smith looked labored out there, and we did find out after the fight that he did he did something to his shoulder. So obviously the injury might have caused what I saw as just a weirdest fucking style I've seen in a long time, like big looping shots from odd angles. I don't know if the injury played a factor in that. I'm assuming it probably did because his shots were coming looping and they looked quite labored and slow. With that being said, obviously there was no quit in Smith, and just he hung in there the entire 5 fucking rounds, right? Alexander was on point with his jab. That's one thing that probably won him the fight, if I'm going to be honest. The jab was looking crisp and clean. Now, neither fighter had much left by the 4th round. Both brutally exhausted for the 4th and the 5th. There was questions on even if we were going to see a 5th. Houston had trouble making it back to his stool even because he was just slumped over trying to fucking get some air. I mean, these two were going to absolute war. In the end, Houston Alexander takes the unanimous decision, remains undefeated inside the squared circle at 4-0. What an impressive performance. You know what? It showed the heart that Houston really has. It would have been fucking easy to quit going into that 4th round, going into that 5th round. You know, it would have been so easy just to say, you know what, fucking, I can't go anymore. I'm done. But that's just not what he's made of. Houston Alexander. Now, I'm not sure. I didn't get to see the full post-fight interview, and I haven't been able to watch the post-fight presser yet. So I'm not sure what's next for Houston Alexander. 51 years old. He just went through a fucking war. You got to wonder how much the guy has left. In the co-main at BKFC 43, we saw Dakota Cochran versus Noah Cutter in what was shaping up to be a fantastic fucking scrap. Now, this was a middleweight co-main, and wow. This one I did not expect. I'm not sure anybody really expected this, but Dakota Cochran takes Noah Cutter out with a nasty right hand. Under a minute, he cracked Noah, and the sound was absolutely sickening. I'm not sure if anything is broken in Cutter's face, but I would not be surprised. I mean, when they showed the slow motion replay of the shot and Cutter going down, it literally looked like Cutter was bursting out in tears as he was falling. It was one of those shots where you could just feel the pain. And, I don't think Noah Cutter loses any kind of respect or anything from not being able to get up from this one. I mean, he was fucked up, leaking blood all over the place. I'm almost thinking a broken orbital, but I don't have any kind of confirmation on that as of yet. I don't know. Dakota Cochran looked fucking nasty. Nasty good. He continues marching on. Like I say, Noah Cutter doesn't lose anything in my eyes with this one. He got popped with a nasty fucking shot. Uh, I don't have the video. I really fucking wish I did, just for the sound of it alone. If you can find that, have a listen, because it's, like I say, the only word is sickening. On to the featherweight featured bout of the evening. We had Jimmy Rivera versus Bekzad Usmanov. This one, first thing off the bat that I noticed was the speed of both men. Now, they just both looked fucking quick, crisp. Their shots were quick and crisp on both sides of the fucking coin here. Things slowed a little bit in the second and the third, I found, as Rivera worked on his body shots. And ultimately, that would be the story of the fight, really. Jimmy Rivera earns the unanimous decision over Bekzad Usmanov in, it wasn't an over-the-top exciting bout, but it was good. It was good. To be honest, I did expect a little bit more out of that fight. But in the end, Rivera did what he needed to. Like I say, his body shots were looking on point, and if he can continue to maybe mix it up with those body shots and go to the head, body, head, maybe he'll have a little bit more success in the future at possibly getting a finish. And that's not to take anything away from Usmanov, because the dude has how many fucking professional fights in combat sports? I mean, there's no question that he's a game player. Congratulations to Jimmy Rivera. Still going, still getting W's. Now, we also saw Sean Wilson versus Brandon Mayer, and this was a lightweight bout. Now, Wilson came out on fire as a big knockdown early on, but Mayer had deadly good recovery. No other knockdowns in this one, but an incredible performance from Sean Wilson as he takes home the unanimous decision victory. We also saw a light heavyweight bout at BKFC 43 as Alonzo Martinez took on Jeremy Salcida. It was a good start from both men in this one. Some hard shots landed, but nobody in any real danger. After the fourth, Salcida's corner had seen enough. Alonzo Martinez gets the W via TKO. Not really impressed. There wasn't really much that impressed me all that much in this one, though. We saw Salcida's corner stop the fight. It was another instance where we saw the corner stop the fight, and I'm fucking loving that. I mean, it's kind of anticlimactic in the end. I understand that, and that part kind of sucks. But coming from a heavy MMA background, I really, really, really like that the corners are taking care of their fucking fighters, because, in my opinion, we don't see that enough in MMA. Now, we had a welterweight bout at BKFC 43 between Carlos Trinidad Snake, as he was taking on the veteran and former champion Elvin Brito. Now, Trinidad Snake gets the early knockdown, but Brito right back up. Second and third rounds came out, I found, super fucking close. I wouldn't really want to be a judge in this one, let's put it that way. Overall, I really wouldn't want to be a judge, but especially in a fight like this, I found it super close. Scoring, not really scoring, just watching. Closely contested bout, but neither were really in any kind of trouble. Same kind of deal. In the end, Carlos Trinidad Snake takes the unanimous decision, remains undefeated in bare knuckle. Yeah, folks, it was kind of a little bit of a weird night, as far as finishes. BKFC's known and touted for its quick finishes and exciting finishes, but tonight we had a lot of fucking decisions, which is unusual for a bare knuckle card. Now, BKFC 43 played host to an incredible cruiserweight bout as Ryan Braun took on Andrew Potter. Now, Braun just ran right the fuck through Potter. There's no other way to put it. Ryan Braun via KO, and the official time was 17 seconds. But keep in mind, folks, that includes the 10 count. So realistically, that was a 7-second knockout from Ryan Braun. I don't know, like Braun must have had some shit to do that night because he wasted absolutely no fucking time. And with that fight, Ryan Braun is Big B's performer of the night. Absolutely incredible. I mean, 17 seconds when you include the 10 count. I'm saying a 7-second fucking knockout, really. In my head, it's a 7-second knockout. So definitely awesome shit from Ryan Braun, and he takes home Big B's performer of the night. Now, the last bout I wanted to talk about here that went down at BKFC 43 in Omaha, Nebraska, was the lone female fight on the card. A flyweight bout between Taylor Starling and Jade Mason Wong. I'm going to say it because I'm English. I cannot do the French worth of shit, so I'm just going to say it like an English guy. And I apologize to Jade, I believe is the proper pronunciation, but I just don't feel comfortable with that. With that said and out of the way, there was excellent pressure throughout from Mason Wong. Jade dropped Starling in the third with an overhand right. Taylor didn't have a fucking clue where she was at. And essentially she was saved by the bell. She did get up. Now, she did get up, beat the 10 count, so she was up before the 10 count. But then the round ended. So that's what I mean by saved by the bell, because I think if there was a little bit more time left in that round, Mason Wong would have probably put it away. Both women were super fucking tough, and obviously we knew that going in. Wong really seems to be putting the work in. I thought she looked miles better than she did in her last bout. And that's not even to say that she looked bad in her last bout. So essentially the Canadian looks to be continually improving, which is awesome because you got to love those Canadian fucking athletes. There's not very many in the bare knuckle yet. So the ones that we do have in there, as a Canadian, I got to give my utmost support. And she did it, folks. Jade Mason Wong takes it via unanimous decision. A good outing, really good outing. I thought she had her there when she knocked her down. But like I say, she got up, round ended, and it gave Starling at least another minute to kind of recover and get her bearings there. There we have it. That's what I got to recap of BKFC 43. Like I say, a lot of decision victories. Not really used to seeing that many go to the judges in bare knuckle, but it happens sometimes. And that's not to say that it wasn't a good night of fights, because there were some definite exciting fucking times, and another good one by the world's leading promotion, Bare Knuckle Fight Championship. BKFC rolls on. Can't wait to see what's next. I'll have a look. And just a quick note, though, it was announced that Luis Palomino is going to defend his lightweight belt against James Lilly. So that is going down in June, I believe. So that a huge fucking fight. Huge for Lilly, huge for Palomino, huge for the fans. Anyway, that's BKFC 43 in a nutshell. Till next time, everybody. Take care and peace. I think the trip that fumbled over the train. I ride and wonder how we had all these things. I remember the times